Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we're going to talk about what does it take to become a five-star hotel. Why is this important? Because once you understand five-star hotel, upscale luxury, and you want to be in the real estate space, such as the short-term rentals or Airbnb, type of rentals, then you will understand what you need around you to create a higher value. As long as it's in your neighborhood, that should increase your value. But again, things to think about is such as furniture, pictures on the wall, the furnishings themselves, the placement, the unit and size of unit. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. This can help you out and a lot more. And welcome. Stop struggling now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here once again. Please share the videos. This way, other people can find out what it looks like when you start talking about upscale luxury, five-star hotel, four-star hotel. There is a difference. There is some criteria. And there's a couple of things that we're about to go over in this video. This is just going to be part one because otherwise I'll be doing an hour long. So I'll probably end up cutting this into 3 separate parts. And without further ado, of course, I have to take you over to the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel podcast page because there are members of the channel, which I want to thank them so much. And if you'd like to become a member of the channel, I would love you to hit that join button over here on the right hand side. Under the community tab, members receive special messages just specifically for them during the month. Members also can join me on any live stream that we do. And on Wednesday night live streams, only members of the channel with the icon next to their name, they're the only ones that can be in the chat room. And they receive special emojis and a few other perks as well. Now, let's get into it, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? I'll have a link down below because you're going to be able to read this for yourself as I kind of go over it. Like I said, this could be a while because when you're forming your own real estate empire, if you decide to get into the short-term rental space, then you should be considering what it takes to have upscale luxury. I want to make sure, I don't know if you guys can hear this video or not, hopefully not, but what are the requirements for a five-star hotel based on Hotel Chantel? Well, here it goes. When it comes to luxury travel, remember, if your place looks a little bit more luxurious than others, you get to charge a little bit more. And then if you have some of the amenities, you get to charge a little bit more. That helps out, especially if you're using your hard-earned money to buy something, then shouldn't it also include some other appointments, other amenities that can help you get your unit rented at a high occupancy rate? So if you understand how five-star luxury works, then you can understand how you can, even if you have a place that may not be in the best of locations, now you can understand what you can offer or make deals with places that offer these luxury, the wellness centers, the medical tourism, the hospitality tourism industry, excursions. You can make deals with them so they have it when they show up and you have it in your little book. There's different ways you can do it. But why wouldn't you just get something where they have a bunch of five-star appointments or looking like five-star appointments or four-star appointments? Now, okay, here we go. It starts off real quick from plush bedding to world-class amenities. These properties offer the ultimate in comfort and sophistication. I want you to understand this is pretty interesting. Now, there's only a couple organizations that actually send people in anonymously and rank them. So that's what's very special. We're going to talk about them in a little bit. Now, in this article, we break down the requirements for a five-star hotel and give you an insight. Here's what we'll cover: room features and amenities, size and layout. This is very, very interesting. So when it comes to five-star, guests expect the best of the best, of course, from size and layout to amenities and services. Now, size and layout, so everybody understands hotel rooms for the five-star hotels, they're no different than any other hotel, 300 to 500 square feet on average. So if you have a studio that's 300 square feet, 275, no, 27 square meters is 300 square feet roughly, or 28 square meters, and 500 square feet, 460, 470, 47 square meters. That's the average. So if you have a one bedroom in that ballpark, then that's what it's going to be. Notice also the bathroom. The bathroom should be equally spacious and come equipped with shower and a bathtub. A lot of us who have these condo pre-construction projects, they don't have a bathtub in even the master bathroom like you would have in America. So some people might start trying to figure out if there's an alternative. Sometimes there is if you have enough space. But some people are quite frankly putting bathtubs on balconies, which is weird to me, but nonetheless, it's happening. But now, your bathroom should be appointed appropriately. Notice, once again, I say, this is me personally, not part of this list, but you're going to have the more upscale towels, washcloths, hand cloths. You're going to make sure you have the nice tile. You're going to make sure you have a little nice rug there for when your feet are wet. And you're going to have the nice little appointments for like a salon atmosphere. You're going to have the nice soap, which is more like the foaming soap now. You're going to have hair dryer. You're going to have any salts that you might want to have nearby, or anything to help people with a zen and spa-like atmosphere, even though you do not have a bathtub. Next up, high-end furnishings and decor. The furnishings and decor in a five-star hotel should be of the highest quality. Expect to see designer furniture, premium fabrics, tasteful artwork adorning the walls. The room should be well lit with a variety of lighting options to create a warm and inviting ambiance. Again, this is part of the tricks of the trade, the ambiance. Notice everything I've been telling you. Remember, premium fabrics. Remember what I was saying? If you are going to have to if you get fabric, get a fabric that you can Scotch guard at least. That'll help with your spills. That'll help with stains. That'll actually help your long-term wear and tear. And also, when they start talking about tasteful artwork adorning the walls, this is what I say. Must be well lit, so your lighting options and ambiance are all key, along with views outside. Luxury bedding and linens, remember, this is like what you should do yourself. This has nothing to do with a five-star hotel. If you are doing real estate short-term rentals, this is exactly your playbook. The bed is arguably the most important feature of any hotel room. You guys know what it's like when you go on a trip and the bed is too hard, or maybe some would say too soft. Now, that's part of the equation, so do not skimp on the beds. All right? The mattress, do not skimp on those. The linens, do not skimp on those. Guests should expect to sink into a plush, comfortable mattress with high quality linens. The thread count matters. And a variety of pillows to choose from. There you go. That's why you just don't have those 2 or 4 pillows stacked up too high. You make it look like Zen, where you put in those colorful pillows turned a little sideways, and then you put on some back pillows. So yeah, it might seem like a lot, but when somebody walks in, it looks nice. It looks like, oh, this is going to be comfortable. We're loving this. Advanced technology and entertainment systems. Once again, Five-star hotels oftentimes have entertainment systems and includes high definition television. Okay, we know we're going to have that. A sound system. Well, these days you can simply have a bar. That actually helps out. And if you want to get things real crazy, then you can. But at least have a bar or some sort of sound bar so you have some bass and have something going on, minimum wise. And then you might, I don't know if you want to have a DVD, but of course you're going to have Netflix or, guest Netflix, a streaming service on your TV, right? So people can actually do it. They can't order. So you can set that up. Most people have some semblance of that already. So again, all of this is doable. You can see what goes around for 5 stars, what you're trying to do. Look at this: personalized services and amenities. Finally, a 5-star hotel should offer personalized services and amenities to make guests stay as comfortable and enjoyable. This includes 24-hour room service. Now, short-term rentals, it's up to them for 24-hour. There is no room service. You're not in a hotel. A fully stocked minibar, that's not wise either. Not going to be contributing to that. They're going to have to stock their own minibar. And a range of toiletries that I've already mentioned and personal care items. Yes, little packs of little bottles of lotion or wash gels and things like that. That's always an added feature. Some hotels may also offer additional amenities. Private butler, you're not going to do if you're doing short-term rentals. And personal concierge assist with needs or requests. Look at all these 5-star features. This right here, personalized services, amenities, this is what separates a great hotel from getting into the 4-star, 5-star range. Food and beverage offerings, notice you can't go hungry. So therefore, gotta have outstanding food and beverage. So again, it helps if you have food restaurants that have high quality in your neighborhood, or if you have a condo hotel. Perfect. Multiple on-site dining options is better, not just one, but multiple. Again, are you going to have that? High quality ingredients and dishes? Once again, think of the place that you're going to be buying, and then think about in your neighborhood or someplace your guests can get to quite readily that have some of these ingredients. You can promote that even if you're in the neighborhood. Like if you're in Los Corrales, El Cordacito, and let's say if there was a 5-star dining or 5-star restaurant, that's the one that you want to promote, that tell people to go to as well. Professional attentive service, that's you, just like a 5-star hotel. Should be food and beverage service should be professional, attentive, and they should also be able to accommodate dietary restrictions and allergies. Again, this is not in your control, but once you understand what a 5-star hotel and what they're rated, then you can understand what you can do. Now, let's keep going. Extensive wine and cocktail list. Can you imagine walking in and a person says, hey, you have your complimentary bottle of wine already sitting there? Yes, you get to pick the wine. And again, do not scrimp. Do not sit there and buy a $5, $3, $4, $10 bottle of wine. It's got to be $10 or more. You could get away with the $10 bottle of wine. There's a few that, like Alias Wines that people have never heard of. Their $10 bottle of wine, they sell in steakhouses that people are paying $40 for, $50 for. That's how crazy this is. So there are some wines, but you get something nice. Even if it costs $15, so what? Right? That works out for you. Now, let's talk about something else. Facilities and services. 5-star hotels are known for their luxurious facilities. So that's something that you may consider. And again, if you are, hotels must provide top of the line amenities and services. So think about some of those places where people are possibly getting something that they need, right? So those are some of the type of things that are going to be needed here. Luxurious spa and wellness center is key for a 5-star hotel. State-of-the-art fitness facilities, which is very interesting because I don't know what state-of-the-art fitness facilities mean. Let me know what you think it means. Including a gym with the latest equipment, a pool, and a fitness classes. The gym should be open 24/7. That's very interesting. Most of the time, you're going to have your key card. So yeah, you can go in 24 hours a day. Guests expect to maintain their fitness routine while traveling. This is very true. 24-hour concierge room service. Again, this is very hard for an individual person because who's going to be you don't have 3 shifts of people working for you, but 5-star hotel, this is what they are talking about. So when somebody comes to you and says, "Oh, it's a 5-star hotel," 4-star hotel, you have to start. This is the expectation when somebody uses those 4 and 5-star type of compliments. You're thinking, oh, this is going to be nice. Complimentary transportation services such as limousines, SUV, luxury vehicles. That's interesting. Exceptional meeting and event spaces. Think about this. Location and setting. Setting matters. A great location should offer easy access to popular tourist destinations, shopping centers, and dining options. You see that? Ensures the guest can easily explore the city and enjoy its many attractions without having to travel that far. Ladies and gentlemen, think about this. This is why when somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to be in downtown," that has a value. When somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to be outside of town, but where I'm at still has the malls, the restaurants, the shopping. They have everything, the hospitals, whatever you need is there." So it depends on which part of town you love. And it depends on if you can market to people and say, "Hey, half a mile down is this. Quarter mile down is that. A tenth of a mile down is this. Or on site is this." It helps out if you have a lot more 5-star amenities and updates for your guest. Because I want this to turn into 5-star. Once you understand what a 5-star hotel does and what their expectations are, then you can start doing. Look at this, stunning views and natural surroundings. So once again, a lot of people think a 5-star hotel, if they're going to an island or going to the West Coast, California, Oregon, Washington, going to the East Coast, Florida, or the Gulf Coast, or an island somewhere, like I'm saying, anywhere in the world, people are like, "Oh, it's always about the water." Well, I got news for you, ladies and gentlemen. Guests should be able to enjoy breathtaking views of the city skyline, the ocean, or the mountains. So it's not always people are saying, "I want to stay on the water." Some people are like, "Man, I'd rather stay in the mountains." Some people are like, "Hey, I'd like to overlook the city and see the city skyline or be able to see the cityscape." Some people are saying, "I'll take 2 of these. I'll take ocean and mountains, mountains and ocean, skyline and ocean, skyline and mountains." It all works. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it all works. The hotel should be surrounded by lush greenery, gardens, and other natural elements that create a serene and relaxing atmosphere. This right here is important. Serene and relaxing atmosphere should be in the property, should be in the view, should be inside your unit. That is what you're trying to achieve. When people go on vacation, when they want to stay somewhere, they're looking for serene and relaxing. They're not looking for chaos. All right? Most people, other people say, "Well, I'm going to a party destination," so they are looking for that. But not everybody wants to be in that when they have a hectic life to begin with. Private beach and pool access, another important requirement for a 5-star hotel. Well, here's the funny thing. If you live in Florida, for instance, the beaches aren't really private. Maybe some section of it, but most beaches are open. California beaches aren't really open that often. You have to pay to get in nowadays in a lot of places, but there are still some like Oceanside and things like that that you can still go down. No problem. Mission Beach, things like that. Venice Beach, no, you don't have to pay. You just have to pay for the ridiculous parking fee. But nonetheless, they should be able to enjoy a dip in a private pool or bask in the sun on a private beach without having to compete with other guests for space. That is very interesting that they say that, and I have to give them credit because that's what separates a 5-star location. Your own private beach where all guests can't be competing. Again, this goes for all of the mega projects. Think what they're doing. All right? They're creating their own private beaches, their own man-made beaches, and things like that. So again, it'll be limited to who can go use it. And apparently, you guys can already see all these man-made beaches. You can already see, even with them being open, whenever you go by and they show video of it, hardly anybody's in it, because most people don't go to the man-made beach every day. You don't go in your pool every day once you live there. All right, you're not going there 7 days a week. You're not even going there probably but once or twice or 3 times a month because you live there. It's people that are visiting that's going there because that's what they're doing. They're going to be there for a week, so they might go there 4 or 5 times. But you, when you live there, it's there. So again, that's something to consider. Plus the fact your complex might have a pool already, so there's certain things that are going to happen within, and their club and your sports complex might have a pool, so things like that. Exclusive, intimate atmosphere. Exclusivity is based on price most of the time, but it could also include a secure gate. So you have secure gates, you have price points that $1,200 a night, only certain people will pay that. $3,000 per night, only certain people will pay that, right? So that's how you get the exclusive, intimate atmosphere, like a nice hotel. And again, we're going to show the list in part 2, all right? Because this is going to be too long for part 1. But in part 2, I'm going to show you the list for 5 stars. But I wanted you to get an idea on what happens here. 5-star rating requires much more than just a luxurious design or comfortable amenities. It takes a commitment to exceptional service, attention to detail, and unwavering dedication to creating unforgettable guest experiences. Again, how do you get unforgettable guest experiences? Well, you have pools, you have man-made beaches, you have wellness center with spa, with a spa that has more than just massage, a spa that has the hot rocks, the spa that does your face, the spa that can do the mask all over your body, maybe even a mud bath. Things of that nature, right? That gives you that unforgettable guest experiences where you have the fire pits, the fireplace, the cozy little area where you're going to eat and do things like that. All of that matters. So just think about that, ladies and gentlemen. And please join me for part 2, because I already know this is too long. But for everybody out there that doesn't understand, hopefully that first part gets you to understand. And I'm going to come up with part 2 in a little bit. So stay tuned. I might be dropping 2 or 3 videos today, all having to do with 5-star hotels. And we're going to get into the Forbes list and their awards from February. And yes, there are 4 properties in Dominican Republic and all over the world. But there's less than 150 5-star hotels in the United States. So to get 5 stars, when it's anonymous, when people come in off the street and you don't know that they're part of the awards team, that's what really matters. That's why you go independent verification. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for being here right now. But please come back and watch part 2 and 3 and potentially a part 4. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, but that's why you have to understand when you're making investment moves, at least understand what you could be getting yourself into. Sure, you can go down to IKEA. Sure, you can go buy some cheap stuff. Sure, you can do whatever you want. But if you want to optimize your return on your investment, you have to think about trying to make it a guest experience like nobody else. Even if you are in the same building, people could have different guest experiences. This is why when you look at reviews, people could be in the same building, same unit, next door to each other. One person will give the place a rating of a 2, another place will give it a rating of a 5. And you're sitting there like, what's the difference? Well, generally it's going to be guest experience is going to be the difference. And secondly, if it's actually condos where people live or villas where people can furnish them differently, then they're going to talk about the interior, what the furnishing was like, what it was like dealing with the owner, or they had an issue, was it resolved, and what the owner might have provided additionally. Like I was saying, the gift basket, the wine, the spa-like amenities in the bathroom, the plush towels, the plush bedding. That is what people will respond to. So just keep all of that in mind. Let me know what you think down below. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.